We're live.
Oh, that's not rude.
Well, it says we're live, but we're not live. Because no one's got a link
to Facebook
What?
if they look.
And I haven't even,
Send it.
no. In fact,
Send it to them, man. What's up, boys?
have you got the... Oh, you haven't got it on YouTube, have you? I've got it on here. So I just need to check it here and then share it with them.
Check it,
And
yeah.
we'll start.
We'll check it.
Yeah, check if it's on there. I just need to go into our actual account and see that we are streaming.
See, I'm not seeing fuck all.
Videos. Yeah, we're live. So there we go.
I'm about to see it.
If you go, oh no, you won't see it because it's a private video. So unless you're logged in on our YouTube, you won't get it. But I will now. I'm gonna send it on Twitter to. Oh, I don't fucking need to send it as a private message. Share. Copy. Trying to think if I can get this to you. Let me just copy it. Copy. If I go to Twitter, so I'll send this now, and then if you look in our Twitter inbox, you'll see it. So,
Wait, on my page or just
yeah, the BTR one. So that's fine. And then no, actually, John, I'm going to send it to you. How am I going to get this to him? Because my phone's up there. Annoying.
Send it to me. I'll send it to him.
Have you got his number?
Brendan.
Yeah.
I think I have.
Then I sent it.
Oh no, I'm not gonna save it actually. So maybe he sent me a message.
Right, so that should be coming through to you now.
Let's send it to him.
So I suppose I can go and.
I'll send it to his Twitter now.
That's what I've already done that.
Let me check. I'm sure I did.
And then when you're good, we will get cracking. Got one question on YouTube as well.
Oh, here we go. Alright. What is? Right, so I'll go from his.
Have you got his number available?
Yeah.
Yeah, just bang on his WhatsApp and just say that. Just fire in any questions. We'll test it and see how they come out. And then I think this will be our normal setup. What we'll do is when there's another person in, we'll just sit them here. And I'll put the mics on this side. So I think this I'll have a look at the thing afterwards, but this is probably quite a clean looking setup.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
I'm like, alright. Little things. Should I say to him, just check it out?
Yeah.
Just to say, well, look, it's coming up alright, that's looking good. Oh, I'm doing a YouTube thing where you click on a YouTube video and all of a sudden you click on another one. I'm just looking at Carl's record. Then I clicked on someone else's name on his record who clicked on another one. Like
Before you like signed up to like
I don't know what yeah, like I got into Alex Arthur.
Soon you're ready then, bestie? Just write test chat. Okay, 61 subscribers. I might never do anything on this.
No?
I
I think
never.
I've subscribed to it. I could be wrong.
There's just so much.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Box rec. Walton. Yeah. Let's see. Right, ready then, boys?
Go through it.
Let's do this. No one's phone's gonna vibrate or anything like that. You're good?
We're good. Let's go.
Hi and welcome to Beyond the Ropes. This is me, Michael Prime, joined by Dwight Best, joined by David White. Don't know where Sean is. Don't really care.
He's a forgotten man.
Oh, he's a fucking liar. 2019, we're box fresh. We're ready.
We're the wrong
Where?
Where's Sean Mahan?
Listen, mate, he's so flaky these days, isn't he? Like,
Flaky.
he's here. Oh yeah, let's come. Then boom.
Mate,
It's not there. It's not there.
that's another
Excuses last minute.
hour before the show.
Every
Mm.
week. Now I know last week we were supposed to be on, but there was a bout of illness running through everybody. Like,
everyone
no one was
freaked
feeling
out.
good.
Literally running through.
But what? Right?
Oh mate, details.
Oh, I see
Details.
Too much information. Too much.
Too much alcohol.
But he's like, yeah, I've got to go to the airport. But do you know what? I'll be back next week, back to normal. And he was actually telling the truth. It is back to normal.
Yeah.
It's just him not turning up.
Yeah.
So 2019. I mean, not to do too much chit chat, but everyone have a good Christmas, good break.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, man.
It was good.
Like,
Travel diaries. Yeah.
do you know what? It's refresh is the right word. Like, we've done no podding, if that's even a word, for about 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And I was just an absolute casual fan over Christmas. I didn't do any Twitter. I checked no sports pages
Yeah.
to find out what's going on. Really, it's been nice.
Yeah.
It's been so
Yeah.
nice. I didn't realise how consuming it all is. You know,
Yeah.
just always being on, trying to be on top of everything.
Yeah. A lot.
It's a joke.
Hmm.
But we come back, New Year, and it seems like we started off with some good stuff.
It's a good headline. I mean,
Yeah.
Nice big announcement today, April 20th, a very, very good day in the year anyway.
It's a boring day, I mean.
Someone's
It is a boring day.
Some 1 year older.
Alright.
One with grey hair.
I'd love a grey hair right now, ain't gonna lie to
Not
you.
being any
Just
younger.
You got hair at all, isn't it?
this guy's older than me as well.
Upside down head, isn't it?
And service is resumed.
Good start, eh?
Yeah.
It's alright, we've got to get to Kelbrook in a bit, so
Oh shit.
it's fine. Right, so yeah, 2019, April 20th, been announced now.
Yeah.
Terence Crawford versus King Khan.
Boom, boom.
Mate.
Happy, man.
I love
My
the guy.
guy.
You know, it's just, you know, he takes on anyone.
Takes all comers.
Fucking cunt. There's the first one for the year.
Yeah, and it was 2
Bosh.
minutes and 50 seconds in. I'm
Bosh.
well
And
impressed.
there'll be loads more of them.
You know what?
Especially about him.
Over the Christmas period, I was talking to my mates in the pub and I was saying, look, I hope this fight gets made. I hope it gets made. He was like, no, Khan, don't fight. Khan will just jumps into these fights. He doesn't deserve the fights, but he's always in interesting fights.
Yeah.
You can't knock it.
But
It's interesting.
Why doesn't he deserve the fight?
Do you know what?
I asked someone this the other day,
Yeah.
and there was no real conclusive answer. It's a very common theme. Everyone says like he does fuck all. He don't really deserve it. It's like, why doesn't he?
What's he done? Who's he for?
But what would someone have to do to deserve to fight Terence Crawford?
but at least go up the rankings in a decent couple fights.
But if you're consistently fighting at world level, aren't you there?
No,
Which he's done for about
do not tell me
12,
he
13
has
years.
consistently fought at world level.
What?
When
there was the Paul
and Vargas, the last 2 fights he's had, after being knocked out at the wrong weight.
Okay. I'll give that to you. But he's coming back though, isn't he? He's coming back.
This is the.
A couple of Audi coming back.
Yeah, and
Right,
fair enough. I can't.
Strong Potter's coming back.
I can't argue too much because Fury done it. He fought 2 bums and then he's gone in and done a world class job on Wilder. But Fury was a sort of totally different circumstances.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We all knew he was coming back. We all wasn't he lost or anything. It was a big back build story. So that's fine. Khan doesn't fight for 2 years. Fights 2 bums. All of a sudden he's in with one of the best fighters in the world. And people will give him half a chance because of his speed, and we'll all talk about his speed. But Crawford's just too good.
He is.
He is too good. But Crawford's probably thinking, well, easy money. And he's going, oh yeah, it'll be another thing on my legacy. This will only build me more.
Who's
Crawford.
Crawford's saying it.
Crawford's saying it because Khan's a name over there. And I genuinely, it irks me, man.
But
why?
But the thing about that, what you just said, yeah. If you look at the other way, what Khan has done, Khan's done exactly the same thing with people on his resume, if you want to call it. Barrera, Judah. When you look at those names, you're not looking. It doesn't say in brackets.
Age or
it doesn't say in brackets.
No.
Shot at the time. All this has got is the guy's name there, and they're top quality fighters.
Yeah.
So the same thing with Crawford. He's just looking at it thinking, well, you know what, Khan sells.
And he sells big.
Exactly.
It's an easy fight. It's not an easy fight because obviously Khan is a decent fighter.
I think a lot of people are really overlooking the fact that Khan, even if you kind of take away the last performance where he didn't look great,
he's still a good fighter. He is.
For this, he will be in good shape.
It has to be. Otherwise, it'll become a bit of a joke.
We've said it before about so many different fighters. When you're trying to build yourself up to get ready for a fight, right? And you've already fought Canelo, you fought Barreras, you fought in Vegas, you fought in massive stadiums, and then suddenly it's like, oh, I'm in Birmingham and I'm fighting. What's your name?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, yeah, cool. Yeah. And he's coming in and he's a bit podgy about. You know that he hasn't done a proper camp because he just knows he's gonna walk through this guy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't ideal. But I can imagine it must be very difficult to get up for that sort of thing. He's had the highest of highs in his career, and listen, he's had some losses, but you can't really think he's had like the lowest of lows. He's done very well. So then to get to those points where you're fighting in a stadium where you know you are way better than your opponent, I can understand why it wasn't a great performance.
Yeah,
very similar. Like we'll move on to it shortly. Same as the Kell Brook one recently when he fought. The stripper guy. That was one of the worst performances I wouldn't ever seen, but it's up there. It's one of the worst things I've sat and watched.
Everyone hammered him. I was one of the first ones to say he was shit, and he won. So what? That's what fans will do of Khan. They'll say he won. So what? Move on to the next one. And just so happens his next one is against a world champion. The thing that gets me, it's always got me, and I've said it however many times. How do you just fight to? Because he's done it consistently through his fit. He's got a good chance after fighting a nobody, 2 nobodies, or he's done nothing for a year and a half, and he gets a top 4 contender or
it's gonna be
a chance.
It's gonna be the same as the whole David Price thing, where you know that there's a very good chance he's gonna get sparked out.
But he's good enough.
But he's always going to be good enough to win. It's always going to be that bit of excitement. So here's a question for you then: does Crawford, obviously bear in mind he's coming up, can Crawford KO him?
I think he can. I think Conor hasn't got the best chin, has he?
He hasn't got the best chin. Everyone goes back to Madonna. You're telling me that Garcia is a bigger puncher than Maidana? No. It's one of those things.
But I don't see the relevance.
If you have the same ref that in the Garcia fight as the Maidana fight, when Khan's legs are doing the old jellyfish and he's wobbling around it for it, that could have been, seconds from being stopped.
It could have been stopped.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things. He survived.
Could have,
That's all
but
he
it
did.
wasn't.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
It was one of those things. I'm not having that he's got a great chin just because he survived Maidana.
Oh,
I mean, it wasn't even just a survival. That was a whole fight of just pure.
Yeah, but then he got in with Sammy Vargas and got knocked down on a brush by.
But what happened afterwards?
Doesn't matter.
It
Crawford,
absolutely
Crawford
does
ain't
matter.
Vargas. If Khan goes down against Crawford, do you think he's going to do what Vargas did?
No, but I
No,
think
he's
there's a lot of
better.
fighters.
He's going to finish him.
I think there's a lot of fighters that get hit and go down, and then they're on the floor and they think, "Fuck,
Yeah.
that's so annoying."
But we've
Because
seen
it
it.
didn't even do anything. It just caught me off balance, or I was square on.
But Crawford is a better fighter than these guys who do knock him down.
I'll give you that.
That's the
He is a
thing.
far
Like,
better.
we said it when he fought Canelo. Alright, that was obvious. That was always like looking back at it. It was just obvious. As soon as he connects, he's gone.
Yeah.
It happened. Done. Crawford is alright. Yeah, he's stepping up, and it'll all be that thing of Khan's naturally going to be a bigger guy, but he's coming up. Khan, for me, hasn't got the power to knock Crawford out. I don't think I've ever seen Crawford like, shook or in trouble.
I haven't seen him struggle, to be honest.
No, he doesn't come across as a fighter that gets hit too much.
He always
seems
seems like he's got another gear. He can
Yeah.
like if it
Yeah.
needs to,
There's always a plan.
he can always
B,
go
C,
into it.
You know?
Yeah. Whereas, sort of like we just said, we always know Khan's going to be in an entertaining fight because he probably will box really well.
For stages.
And then it's always going to be that case of, okay, can he box well for 12 rounds and not get hit? And at the elite level, it's Garcia, Dunning, Canelo's different. I'm not having that. Peterson, alright, that was just a joke. Like that's going to be up in the air over everybody's minds. Prescott was just one punch and like 2 or 3 punches that finished him off. Crawford is better boxer than all of them.
Yeah, he definitely is a better boxer.
Combination, I see Khan late round finish.
You think it's going to go that far? I don't think it's going to go that far, to be honest.
I'm gonna be really out. I think this is gonna be the one where he actually does surprise all of us.
Yeah.
I really do. And I think it's a strange one. It's kind of just because I've been so shit at my picks recently.
You just got to go against the grain now.
Yeah, just and hope for the best. I genuinely feel like because we've been watching him in the comeback for the last 12 months, 18 months, whatever it is, and he hasn't been great.
No.
But even like I said, the quality of opponents is always going to be a big thing for him. I think the Canelo fight, obviously, until he got sparked out. I know that's not a great way to describe someone in a fight. We always like mock people that talk about the Golovkin thing like that, but he was boxing beautifully in that fight.
Yeah,
and you could see that was almost in not so much at his peak, but at the best he's probably going to be at that point. And I can see that happening again because this is a real challenge, a real motivation for him.
Yeah.
Like listen, if he goes and does it, he's just beaten a multi-weight world champion, and he's got a belt, and he is a significant person again, like that.
Exactly.
And at this stage in his career, that's unbelievable.
It's true.
And I don't think we can overlook the fact that Crawford is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
He is coming up, and I know that he's done well at the weight. He obviously beat up Jeff Horn quite handily.
Who had finished off Pacquiao.
Just wait. He finished off quite handily, but listen, Khan. If we're sitting here now, do we think that Khan would just take Jeff Horn apart? Like we were sitting here talking about, I reckon Bradley Skeet beats Jeff Horn.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even now, after Bradley's unfortunate loss in December, I still feel Skeet would probably beat Jeff Horn. Yeah. But again, boxing's a levels kind of thing, and as much as I love Bradley Skeet, him and Amir Khan, even Khan now, it's worlds apart.
He's an elite. He's at that level where you put him in with a lot of and always give him not half a chance, but you'd always give him a chance because of his actual ability.
Yeah.
But
I think you just nailed it there. In any fight you put him in, you're gonna give him a chance
yeah,
because he can. I reckon he can outpoint probably anybody on his day.
But it's
He
a strange
could
one.
do it.
It's a strange one, Matt, because most of the elite level fighters that you come across,
Yeah.
they're a package, aren't they? Like, I've never gone and thought, yes, Khan versus Crawford, the build up's going to be amazing, because it's not. They're both, neither of them, like Khan's not going to turn around and go, yeah, Crawford, you're shit, and I'm going to destroy you and thing. The build up's going to be crap. They're over in London and there's nothing being said about it.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? And this is supposed to be like the biggest thing for Khan. It's bigger than the Brook thing, but it's not. Over here, it's not. And I don't think it would be in America, to be honest. I genuinely don't.
Do you know
I feel
what?
like you caught fish in here.
No. I genuinely don't. I'm not even like. Look, I'm a Brook fan. Everyone knows that. But
I guarantee the good numbers, man. I reckon it'll do good numbers.
This is gonna do amazing.
It's gonna do good numbers,
I
man.
don't think.
And as well, this is
Brook Khan.
Not
It's only a hype for UK.
I don't know, man.
And the hype is dying here. People are so sick of it.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think
But-
they care about Brook Khan in the
But-
States. They don't care.
When you heard about the Crawford rumours, right?
Yeah, I was happy about it.
Yeah,
Fucking buzzing.
as people that because we've been talking about it for what 2-3 years now. For your brackets or the old casual fan or whatever. For the guys that I speak to that don't cover all their boxing as much as we do, they don't give a shit about. They know who Crawford is and they think, yeah, he's a really good fighter.
Yeah.
They don't really care that Khan's fighting him because they don't think Khan wins.
Yeah.
There's no history there. There's no like that all you know. You get
Well, you can't also.
and the British public love it.
You
look
can't
like
always,
you look
you
like
can't always cater, you can't always cater to that though. Like you need to.
But they do if they want to earn lots of money over here.
Yeah, but the
They're
thing is,
not going to earn the money fighting him than they would.
the thing is that you can't there's money to be made elsewhere. It's not all about the UK. It's not always about the Eddie Hearn show and fighting in out of the O2 or Wembley Stadium. Like, there's other places to make your money. There's other places. There's other markets out there. And I think a lot of UK fighters are missing a trick in that sense where they're not getting themselves out to these other places. Look at Brook. He's a prime example of that. Come back to UK. Let's tap UK market. And what happened with him? He totally flopped over that.
Yeah.
There's that whole
But,
thing.
yeah,
He should have stayed where he was. He put his title on the stage. He was relevant.
He should have. That's 3-4 years ago. That's where he's messed up.
Yeah, he was relevant. He should have stayed out there.
He should have
honestly
2 or 3 times.
The thing what Amir Khan's done really well is that he was in the state. He was fighting in the States. I at the time I criticised him at the time. I was like, well, he's not. He's always fighting in the States. He's always fighting in the States, never fighting in the UK. But looking back on it,
That's the one.
Back on it now.
This is the most active he's been since 2014.
Someone did their homework.
I had to.
Yeah.
Because this question come up, I was like,
okay.
Let me have a look at this.
This is the most active he's been since 2014.
And even then he only had 2 fights.
Okay. But if you look at it right now, he's the most active he's been since 2014. But he still attracts the big fights. Why is that? Why is that? Because he put in the groundwork over the years.
Absolutely. He built his profile to such a point.
He put in the groundwork over the years, man.
He ain't built shit.
You say that, but even when he wasn't fighting, what was it? I'm a celeb and all that shit.
Yeah.
And people mock that sort of stuff, but people know who he is. If you walk down the street and you say, who is Amir Khan? Motherfuckers know.
Over here, they were always gonna know. The whole Olympic thing, he was always gonna be well.
Okay, so he's tapped that market. He's cleaned up. He's got that in the bag. So what's next? He's gone over to the States. He's done exactly the same thing with that over the States. He's fought loads of time in the States. He's had big fights in the States. He's tapped that market now. People know who he is. So on both sides of the pond, people know who he is. So this is why he gets the fights. This is why he's a marquee name in boxing. Simple
and
as
will be until he retires.
Job done. He's marquee. He's a marquee name. As much as I hate it at times, but he's a marquee name. That's it. And he's always in good fights. He takes a risk that he shouldn't be taking. Yeah. And finally, he's been sparked up by Canelo. The Danny Garcia fight, he was winning that fight. And let's be honest, he got caught with a good shot.
Yeah, but that's
and,
it's
and,
boxing.
and,
That's
then,
fine.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Peterson fight.
Peterson fight got robbed in my eyes.
And Peterson got busted for peds after that
Exactly.
as well.
And something got overturned. You know what I mean?
And
So-
Prescott, let's be honest, what was that, like his 10th fight or something?
Yeah, and he got sparked. You know what I
But
mean?
he was a kid, what was he, 18 then?
Yeah.
Well,
But
he was a
18,
rookie
19.
and just got dragged. But it's one of those things where, okay, you're going to say he's been to America and he's done well. When he went to America, he lost 2 of the biggest fights. The 3 big fights, he's lost all 3 of them, right? He's not gone over to America and destroyed anyone. Which American, like everyone, like, boxing is boxing. I love a knockout. I want to see a knockout. He's not gone over to America and destroyed someone.
But he's beaten decent fighters.
He has beaten
Fighters that they've rated before he fought them.
We say that, but he sparked out that Judah.
He didn't spark him out though.
Knocked him out in the 5th round,
Right. Do you remember the knockout?
No.
What it is.
But the record books say.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
what anyone's gonna say.
What does the bracket say that? Do you remember the
Oh
knockout?
yeah, he was old.
What does it say? What does it say?
Yeah.
Win?
Alright.
TKO?
It's not. Look,
Simple.
it does. Yeah. Alright, fair enough.
Yeah. Let's go through some more if you want.
Alright then.
Even the David Alexander fight.
That was almost a
Bukowski.
masterclass as well.
That was a great performance. And before that fight, everyone was the American public. They rated him. They rated Alexander, and he went out there outboxed him.
Okay. So Devin Alexander. Okay. Cool. So who else?
What are we talking about? We're just talking knockouts.
I just find it like we jump on like he's had an amazing career and he's only won 1 world title. Right, he's
How many
defended
have
it
you
a few times. Like, Tiddlywinks. But
we can say that. But what we got?
we've
We've got Barrera, Malinaji, Maidana, Zab Judah, Luis Palazzo, Devin Alexander, Chris Algieri. These are big names.
Maidana, yes. Judah,
Yes.
yes. But it's always going to be in my head.
Brackets. Where's the brackets on this box?
No, it's gonna be.
The brackets are only in David's head.
Exactly.
But you know yourselves. He's old. He was old. Zab Judah probably. How many fights did he have after Khan?
Click on it and find out, mate.
So you said the same thing about Barrera, but
4.
he's still a marquee name.
And he lost 2 of them to 2 people.
That's it, because Khan just finished him, man.
You know,
That's it. He got beaten.
All you
All
can see was Khan's hand speed. He wasn't even fighting him.
So I don't want this anymore,
The
man.
ghost
I
punches.
can't do this anymore.
I was like,
It's that one where your wife's like, no way he's doing this, he's going to retire. And after the 4th fight, he's like, do you know what, I can't take it anymore, man. She was right.
Barrera, old. Malinaji, alright, was he any good?
Hasn't Malinaji got like 2 or 3 world titles over his career?
Yeah, but then look at his career.
Go on then.
It's one of those ones. It's like everyone hammers
Go on.
Khan
Yeah.
and Brooke and compares them. It's names and names and names and names. The names I'm coming up with that are good. Alexander. Okay. I'll give you Alexander.
Ask me this question. Ask me this question because we can go through this all day long.
Yeah.
Ask me this question. Why do you think Amir Khan gets these fights?
Because he's knocked out. Because he gets knocked out.
He's vulnerable.
He's vulnerable.
I get that.
He like we've said it many times.
But what
now.
do you, when you
You're gonna see him either get knocked out or they
win.
they like it's.
He's gonna
Okay. So when you
He gets knocked out or he
switch your
wins.
box on, what do you want to see in a fight?
I want to see a knockout.
What do you want to see?
I want to see a knockout, but I don't see how you get famous and become elite for being the one getting knocked out.
I'm gonna say this right. I'm not saying you're a hater at all. I'm
No,
not
I
saying
just
that at all.
it's.
But I feel like if you weren't a Brook fan, you would like Amir Khan.
I do like Amir Khan. I don't get how. Like I think when we first started the podcast, I always said I don't understand how he gets good fights.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things where Olympics and it was just bang 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 bang. Sort of not thrown at him, but he got the deal. He got this fight, got that fight, and I just from that it sort of irked me. I didn't enjoy it. The fact that he was getting so put on this pedestal, and he hadn't really earned it. And then people were like, yeah, Barrera,
That's
Barrera.
that's
That's an old Barrera.
That's
Yeah,
management.
no, I get that. But then because
Yeah.
people sort of see the names, they don't really see the performances. Like Barrera was old, all right, fair enough. I'm gonna know that because
Still has to
I
do a
like
job on
it.
them. He still has to do a job on them, doesn't he?
Of course it did, but it's the same as what we say about other boxers who like Joshua won't get the same recognition in a couple of years when they say, oh well, he only beat Klitschko because Klitschko was champion for 15 years.
But in a few years, you're going to be talking to the fanboys that are, they're going to be the fans you're going to be talking to.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean?
You're
going to see it on the record books, Klitschko. You're not going to see the 10 years to.
Yeah, but I'm not looking at brackets though. Do you know what I mean?
It's
I
going to be one of those
I can
things.
have an argument with you all
It's
day.
one of those things where we turn around and go, right, okay, Wilder, Fury, Joshua, right? 10 years from now, who was the best?
Yeah, that's the debate.
Who had the better record? Who had the better names?
I'm not talking about Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
No, we're talking about Khan, and he's got the same sort of thing.
None of them today. Yeah.
He's got the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm giving you Devin Alexander, right? Garcia beat him. Peterson, he's not even world class, beat him. Canelo knocked him out. That was one of those things that you should never have gone into.
I'll say Garcia's world class because he held on to his title, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he lost. He lost to Garcia. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
we put him as his
world
party.
class. Garcia is world class. He held on to his title, didn't he? He beat
No, I'm saying why are we putting Khan on a pedestal as he's an elite fighter?
Yes, he is.
But why? Because he beat Devin Alexander?
Because
No, because he beat an old Barrera.
No, because he competes with the top level fighters in his weight division and always has.
But he hasn't.
But he hasn't. He's fought and he's lost, but I don't think that means you're not competitive, you're not at their level.
Right, okay. I don't get how is he competing when he's fighting one decent fighter in a 6-year span? How's that competing in your division?
What was his division?
Or this has got welterweight stroke super lightweight.
Yeah, he was bouncing around, wasn't he?
Mm.
He was building a
You
profile.
don't tell me he's competing when he's had one decent fight in 6 years. He's been fighting in those 6 years,
yeah.
but on his record, Julio Diaz, Carlos Molina, Luis Gallardo, Alexander. I'll give him Alexander.
Colado was a decent fighter as well, man.
He was
Yeah, brackets.
okay.
He's old.
He was
He's past
okay.
it.
No, but he was okay.
It's like Jerry was a decent fighter. He fought everyone at the top level.
Yeah, and then Canelo, and then these
Well,
two guys
I think you're looking at these fighters and thinking to yourself, what did they achieve? But these fighters, when he was fighting these fighters, they were on the way up. These fighters were on the way up.
Yeah.
They weren't on the slide.
I'll give you Garcia. I'll give you Garcia.
Those fighters you just named were not on the slide. They were on the up. They were on the American circuit and doing well on the American circuit.
Peterson and stuff, they were big names.
Exactly, they were doing well. They're up and coming fighters.
Alexander has only fought 4 times after Khan.
He didn't want any more smoke,
Right.
man. That's it.
I mean, he got finished, mate. That was it, man.
Alright, I'll tell you what, because we could talk Khan all day, right? Initial predictions.
Wolford.
Right, what round?
5, 6 mid rounds.
I'll go 8 to 10.
Initial prediction, I'm gonna say Khan points.
But
So I think Crawford's probably got a decent chin. I've never seen anyone even hit it really.
But the thing
But I
is,
feel like he's got a solid chin.
all of those scenarios are quite even. Because if I did see Khan winning, it would be on points.
Yeah.
And
Just watch, we're all going to be surprised.
our two things
Khan's going to come
are
out
quite
and just
similar.
spark him out and we'll be like,
I can't see any way Crawford losing this fight. I don't think Khan's got the power to knock him out, and I can't see Crawford getting outboxed. I just can't see Crawford getting outboxed.
No.
He's got a plan A, plan B, plan C, and he can switch it up. He can fight both ways.
Yeah.
we'll see.
So we'll see.
I'm looking forward to the build up to this because Khan's respectful, but even the build up,
He does throw in those slide digs and do you know what I mean? And Crawford can be a bit.
Crawford bites. Crawford bites.
He
He
does
gets
bite.
caught out, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does bite. So yeah, it can be interesting. It will be. He might not pick up no chairs or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But
No,
still,
not going to throw any tables.
yeah.
No,
Alright, so
not
let's
really
move on.
said. Right. You want to another question?
No,
No. Okay, so why where's this fight? It's all tied up now. Obviously, we're not going to see the Brook fight.
Right. So can I just hand
No,
up?
this is what you've been
Oh,
itching
oh.
for.
Hand up. I'm ready.
Go on.
Right. So Kell Brook's been offered a fight
Go on.
against Jeff Horn.
Take it.
No, I was sitting there thinking about it today, right?
He's got Pacquiao on his resume.
This is where, sorry to say, and I've said it before, but all boxers say this is where it's about levels. Khan is going off to fight the champion, and Brook is scratching around to fight the guy that already lost to the champion. And that to me just shows exactly where they both are in the pecking order.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you just said to Crawford, you could fight either one of these two, you'd be like, oh, I'm fighting McCon.
Yeah.
Like Jeff
Because
Horn.
he would lose to Brook.
Jeff Horn.
Mate,
Like
he was on his resume.
He
Leave
was
him out.
relevant when he stole that world title,
Yeah.
but now he doesn't have that. This is like if like who's Joshua recently beaten? It's one of them when he goes, do you know who I'm going to fight? I'm going to fight Charles Martin because he had a world title.
Yeah.
Once.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I can't believe, and I was embarrassed that came out on. I'm sure it was on Sky Sports today. He's been offered the Jeff Horn fight. And I was like, you are fucking joking.
That's embarrassing.
Well,
If he takes that fight now, and it's even anywhere near the same sort of time as Crawford Khan, he's made a joke of himself. And the amount of people and different platforms that are saying the same thing now, that Brook needs to walk away from Matchroom. Do you know why as well? Because Matchroom are promoting Khan versus Crawford.
Yeah.
And this is his third fight. So after this, he's going to go, yeah, see you later.
Yeah, don't need that. Yeah, go fight on. Was it ITVP?
Yeah, and listen, he's worked with Al Heyman for many years.
yeah.
So I think it's very nice that deal's going to be tied up with Sky.
Yeah.
And then suddenly there's going to be this UK platform. Listen, and he used to fight on ITV.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
he's going to know the people that are there. Hopefully, you can imagine the production will be nice and easy to set up. It just seems that it's all falling back into place for him again. And I think this is kind of one of the things that it irks you a bit. He's just kind of just there.
Doesn't do anything for it.
And now it's just bang.
Listen, it all starts with winning, or not winning, but the Olympics. Doing what they've done in the Olympics.
If
At that
you
age,
do well in the Olympics,
at that age, you know,
you've got a pedestal to be, and
Listen,
it's higher.
talent.
Yeah.
It's talent. And at the end of the day, he's got talent, and he's proven it. He's shown he's got talent.
I'm not denying
So
he has got talent.
and he's done what he has to do at that stage, and he's just built himself up. Fair play to him.
Fuck it.
Fair play to him, man.
Everybody's going to hate on him. But he's going to get paid. He's going to have a massive fight again.
Yeah.
But I really need to talk about Brook right now. Not even a sly way, not even being harsh to him, but I just don't understand
What they're doing.
what his thought process is now.
Yeah.
Because he's sitting there and he's not going to get paid good money to fight Jeff Horn.
No one's. It's not going to be pay per view because no one gives a fuck about Jeff Horn.
Yeah.
So he's not going to go to Australia. So what's he going to do? Fight in Sheffield again? Do you know what I said? This is an undercard fight.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
So what are we talking?
100%.
April 13.
Joshua.
Build up.
April 13 and they're going to put him on the Joshua undercard.
They could easily do that.
None of this makes any sense for Brook right now.
Listen,
I think it's got to be one of the biggest hints to get out.
they've thrown him under the bus, mate.
They have.
They've thrown him under the bus.
Ever since
He's gone from
the Triple G day.
yeah. He's gone from being one of their top, like one of their head guys, pay per views, just like they get pay per view fights, to absolutely being mucked about massively. Bringing a guy in that you've been sort of they were hammering Carl
Yeah, of course.
when he went with them.
Yeah.
Brought him in, got him decent fight in the end of his deal, got him the decent fight, and sort of gone, yeah, you've done well up until.
But
this.
don't you think Brook has to take some responsibility for it?
Yeah.
His last performance.
Why is he not forcing the issue with
His
him?
last performance.
He
With his last performance.
Look away
Cancel my
from
contract,
no,
get me
fuck
out.
it. Look away from Khan and be like, well, do you know what? I'm not fighting Jeff Horn.
Yeah.
I don't even want to entertain that. Where's Jarrett Hurd?
Yeah.
I'm a killer at 154.
Get
Put
me
these
a
boys
big
on
fight.
notice.
Yeah.
Get me the fight.
Get me a big fight. He should have been screaming out. before the Golovkin thing. Get me
All I'm
these
going to say,
big
right,
fights.
I feel
Stop fucking me
for
about.
Brook, the biggest mistake he's made is not chasing another fight after that Triple G fight, a big fight. And everything now, to me, it just smacks of the situation of he knows that his eyes are going to go.
Mm.
And he's not going to take any big fights because something will happen.
Yeah.
So every single fibre of his career now is pinned on fighting Amir Khan. Because the Triple G money would have been amazing, but it's not going to last forever.
Yeah.
But the Brook Khan money might do. Yeah. And I just feel like now they've missed the boat on it. Khan, if Khan fought Crawford, win or lose, he could retire off that day after. I'd just be like, you know what?
I've had some big fights. Yeah.
So you're admitting he's a big fights.
He's had one.
Money.
He's had one big fight, Devin Alexander.
No.
Do you know what I think? Right, for Brook personally, seeing as he thinks he was such a unit at 160. Wait till Eubank beats the Gale. We'll move on to that situation later, and then fight him.
When you bet the girl, he fights him on fight night or something like that. PlayStation 4.
Listen, Brook, if Brook Khan's not going to happen, Brook needs to look around the British scene. Who is there in and around, 154, 160, or have a fucking British dust up? Let's just do it. Or just find someone.
Or does he sound Al-Haymon?
Or does he fuck off? Yeah, because Sky and Matchroom have sort of jogged in.
I'm going to say he probably doesn't now because I don't think he's got much. It sounds harsh. I don't think his commercial value is very high.
But
If you put him on ITV and he's pay-per-view, who's going to buy it?
Yeah, but imagine they both go over.
And then Poxon, who's sitting at all the ITV stuff, just suddenly just goes, "This isn't even hard. Go on, you two, just get in. First fight, just throws them straight in."
I'm just saying though. Why?
A big statement for one of your new flat platforms. We got the biggest UK fight at the moment.
What about Heyman doing the deal with YTV? Why can't it be done? If he goes over, even if he doesn't get the Amir Khan fight, say he gets a fight from America and he comes over and fights Brook in the UK, that's still going to do numbers because, again, your Brook fan, your Dave, will pay for it.
If it's a decent enough fight, of course.
It's still going to do numbers either way.
I agree.
That could be his
way through to getting that other big fight he wanted. Oh well, we shall see.
Okay, so speaking of ITV and their new boxing platform, it's not really a new boxing platform. They've been kind of testing it and pushing it for the last, what would you say, like 2 years since they signed the new Eubank deal.
Yeah.
When he fought Quinlan and all those guys.
Yeah.
So they've really expanded now. They've obviously tied themselves into a promotional deal or a broadcasting deal with Al Haymon, who has a ready-made platform of fighters and he's a magnificent stable that he could call for at a moment's notice and drop them on ITV. Starting off this weekend, isn't it? Or is it next weekend? With Pac-Man versus
This weekend.
Brona.
This weekend.
And this for us, I know it's late at night. This is free to air.
Yeah.
Free to air. Are you mad?
Yeah.
Imagine you can wake up on a Sunday morning, you've got it in the Sky Plus, your Virgin, whatever, you just I'm just going to sit back and I'm going to watch this.
Yeah. Job done.
Didn't cost me anything.
See the debacle.
Right, so we'll talk about the actual fight in a second. Personally, I'm really looking forward to 2019 and beyond to see what this platform brings now.
Yeah, who he brings in.
And we touched on this so many times last year, and even at the back end of like 2017, how that whole, not so much the death of Sky Sports boxing was going to happen, but I think we're living that now.
Yeah.
What was their signing this week? We're not talking to Zone. What was it? Matchroom. They signed. They signed.
that was it.
Yeah, they signed Liam Smith. And it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So now, that's just one more person.
A new young lad. Shit.
Oh, I saw it up on IFL today. Who they signed? I couldn't tell you his name.
Yeah, he's a newbie.
But so they signed another Smith brother. Great. So now you got the whole you got the whole set.
And
It's like Monopoly, and you can start putting hotels on that shit. It's
just
like,
Liverpool. Just put Smith Liverpool.
well, yeah, you've got the hotels now, but the hotels it's on the brown ones because I don't think it really matters that you've got the rest of it. Like you got Callum Smith, that's great. That's
it.
That's your Mayfair or whatever it is right now for Matchroom.
Yeah.
But what? I don't think it matters. I think the fact that Frank Warren wasn't interested in necessarily signing him up to keep him.
Yeah, shows you, isn't it?
I think it speaks volumes.
Yeah.
And Matchroom are quite adamant in stressing to us, that they're in a different level to Frank Warren promotions.
Yeah.
But it just seems very strange now when we're looking at people like Josh Warrington who Matchroom are like, nah, do you know what? You're not worth the money.
Yeah.
And then Warrington goes out and he's like, well, fuck it, I'll just clean up the division then.
Yeah.
And Warren's sitting there, you knew that was going to happen?
Yeah.
And now you're picking up
Because on a note
Smith.
on that, Warrington, like, I'll be the first to say this, like last year, did not give him no ratings. And
I just put his mouth.
yeah,
To be honest, still don't like him.
Turned around and he cleaned up, like, so you got I got a rating for what he done. Hats off. Still don't like him, like you said.
Yeah, still don't like him.
You beat two of my favourite fighters as well.
That's alright. I said it at the back end of last
Still
year.
a prick, but
Yeah.
I rate him for what he done last year.
I said it at the back end of last
He was
year.
fantastic.
When you see him more and more, like when I was watching the build up to like the Frampton fight and the Selby fight, like we're football fans, we instantly disliked him because he's a Leeds boy. And whether we admit it or not, like, we sit there and like, and it's because it's all the fucking football fans that are there and they love him.
Yeah.
And that instantly put me on it straight away. I was like,
Nah.
I ain't got no time for you. But then you see him in the in the build up to these fights, and he comes across as actually a pretty decent guy. Like he speaks well. He's actually quite a nice guy. I need to see the rest of that that film that he did. I think it was in a few cinemas, and they sent out a few promo copies to some people. And it's you're supposed to see, it follows him from what fight was it? I think it was his last fight with Matchroom. And it follows him all the way to the build up to the Selby fight. And people have just said he's just an amazing character. Like you need to see it.
Yeah.
But like I said, when I was watching the build up, especially to the Frampton stuff, the little things you see on Instagram and IFL and what you just see. This guy's he's got a bit about him. He's got a bit of banter. And I think if we take away the whole tribal mentality of football fans, I fucking hate Leeds fans. If there's any Leeds fans, I don't really hate you personally. I'm just not. I just don't like you. But that's how we get as football fans. Like, it's quite embarrassing, but it's that tribal mentality, and it carries over to other sports, especially as his main following is a lot of football fans. But I think if you strip that away, I actually quite like him, and I love the way he's gone through. So he started at the bottom, small hall, selling tickets, and now his next couple of fights are probably going to be, I wouldn't say stadium fights, but massive fights. If he goes on to try and get unifications now, which I think he will do, because hasn't he already been mandated to fight for the? Is it? What's the? I want to say Galahad.
No, Galahad's here.
Oh yeah, he's been mandated to fight. Yeah. So, listen, he's got a big future now, and he's not an old man.
No.
And he's just muscled his way in and just fucked everyone off out there. And I just, like I said, I gave him no chance before the Selby fight. I thought it was easy work. Like Selby could just work it, just box his face off. And I thought, you know what, Frampton will do it. Don't worry then.
Yeah, exactly.
And both times I've been sat there with egg on my face, and you think, what can I say?
What
can I say now?
I 100% agree. I gave him no chance in both fights, and sat and watched the Frampton one and was like, fuck, this geezer's proven everybody.
So can we say that Frank Warren's in a better position now?
Frank Warren is sitting smug now.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? He's stuck to the basics. Everyone says, you got to change, you got to do this. He says, like, this is my model, right? And I'm gonna keep it going. And he's got his shows. He hasn't got as many. They're not as big. But I tell you what, we're gonna see over this year how stretched out Matchroom is. Because what's Eddie said now? They're gonna do is it between 40 and 50 shows.
Well, the thing is that with Matchroom, a lot of that's gonna be DAZN as well.
It is.
And then they're
but they've still got to fill up the cards though.
That's the way they're gonna get away with it, though, aren't they?
But they've still got to fill these cards up.
But so what would you, for when you say fill these cards up, what would you? I think we was talking about it before. What would you be happy with? What would you say is a full card?
I need
if they're
top
40,
top
50,
level fight. Whoever's headlining it has to be good, and I want
top level as in name.
I'm
talking
talking
like a Cody. Could he do another top
no,
level?
I'm not having it. I'm talking either you are a top level fighter like an A-lister, or this is a world title fight.
Okay.
Because
are there 40 or 50 of them a year?
Absolutely not.
No.
And this is what I'm saying. What promoter should be putting on 50 shows a year?
Yeah.
What's he gonna do? He's gonna do like 7 or 8 in Italy. He's gonna do, I think, like 15 in America. He's got to do 50. He's got to do like 4. I think it's like 4 or 5 pay-per-views in the UK.
Yeah.
The first one's not till April, and that's Joshua.
Yeah.
So where are the rest of these coming from?
Mm-hmm.
Who are we talking about?
Joshua fights twice a year.
Even if he fights 3, who's
Yeah.
going to do the other one, possibly 2?
Smith.
So man, we got, and who's he going to fight? Triple G or?
Canelo.
That's it. And I don't think.
Or
And then after that, because whoever he fights, even if he beats Triple G or he loses to Canelo, then that's it. You've got nothing else.
Yeah.
So I think Warren's played. He's just bided his time. He's like, do you know what? They will overextend themselves.
But the thing is that Warren, who, if you look at the other side, who has Warren got? He's got Warrington.
He's got. Yeah, the thing is, he's got maybe 2 fighters at the moment that you go. I want to see, like not pay.
He's got
borderline pay-per-view.
He's got Warrington. He's got Tyson Fury.
Mm.
He's got Anthony Yard.
He's not. He's not
No, but
He's not pay-per-view.
No,
He's
but
not.
you've
He's
got to
not
remember
top
that.
night, top bill night.
Warren's
Top of the bill.
Warren's bills and his shows are not built on a pay-per-view model.
No. So that's what I'm saying.
He's not required to put them out, I would imagine. I mean, maybe there is maybe 1 or 2 now,
Yeah.
but they will be big fights. They will just be Tyson Fury versus Joshua, or Tyson Fury versus Wilder, or Warrington if he has a unification fight.
Yeah.
Listen, people will pay for it.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like Warren's got those 2 pay-per-view fighters. Let's say they have two
English.
2 each
Yeah.
a year.
That's 4 already.
That's 4 nights. You're going to be thinking that's not too bad. You know, that's one like every 2-3 months. I'm happy with that. Plus the yard fights that they're going to have. Whoever they sign up, that could be half decent as well. I'm worried about Matchroom just smashing it with all these different shows and people just getting uninterested because they're seeing shit
This is what I'm saying.
or
When
boring
you've got
one-sided.
As many
bills.
shows as he has committed to putting on,
Yeah.
quality is going to drop massively. We're already at the point where not many people watch a Saturday night show if it was on.
Well, he committed to a load last year, didn't fulfill
And I think,
quota.
in fairness, I think Frank Warren and BT did exactly the same. I think
Neither
they
of
said
them.
they were going to do 20 odd shows, and then they didn't.
So how can you do 20 and not do, say 20 and not do 20, and then come out with 40 to 50?
But I think with the Warren one, this is, I mean, completely uneducated sort of idea on it, but it seems like that deal, it seems like more of a work in progress. Like they've initially said, right, we're going to put on 20 shows.
Yeah.
They've done like 4 or 5, and like, well, I don't think it's financially beneficial to us to do so many shows. We'll shrink the amount down, but we'll get the quality up.
Yeah.
Which seems to be what they're doing. Like the last few Warren shows, with the exception of that one that was it Saunders pulled out of, and it was Martin Murray headlining. I told you I was at that. And it was one of the worst things I've been to. No one was there. No one cared.
Just the Britain one, wasn't it?
No, that was actually at the O2.
Oh yes.
That's why it was a problem. But obviously that was supposed to be Billy Joe Saunders headline.
Yeah.
Oh,
But then
him
But we're looking at the other shows that he's put on in the last year or so. We're talking Frampton Warrington. We're talking the Leeds one we had Selby Warrington.
Yeah.
We're talking Tyson Fury fighting in Ireland, fighting Manchester, fighting in the States. Like the quality of his shows now is drastically higher than it was. And this is without even including the smaller shows that he's putting on with Yard, with Dubois, these sort of people.
Shit, the one, yeah, fucking hell.
So I mean, people are forgetting all about this. Whereas we're already at the point where we're like, do you know what, Matchroom they really need to push Buatsi up now. He needs to do something because otherwise what's gonna happen? Or the same sort of thing with
Same with Cody as well. They need
to do something.
Push them on now.
Yeah, because he was having a nice little run where I was like, I still don't like this guy. As a I don't know, as a person on TV, but as a fighter, I just respect because he could be quite special.
Yeah.
One of my favourite things, and just shows exactly when I'm telling you that the quality of shows is going to go down massively. Matchroom's February show, it's at the O2. Who's the headline? Ted Cheeseman.
Oh, that was just, I saw some of it. So
This is where we're at now.
Mm. And
So we've got people headlining shows. When what belt have you got? Oh, I've got an intercontinental silver
are you fighting?
judo belt.
I'd rather see Cheeseman Fowler than the
And one of them's done after that.
But is that a headline, is that a headliner actor?
No.
I mean, is that a top of the bill fight?
It's what I mean, but this is the state we're at now.
More so than the one he's having.
These fights are now
also the
at
one
the
he's
point.
having. But should that ever be a? At this point, should that ever be?
If they're at a certain
If
point,
you're going to O2, maybe at your call, yeah.
Yeah, O2, you're looking at sort of like to headline it. You want sort of Commonwealth or above.
I think Commonwealth is nowhere near where it needs to be.
No.
I think if you're booking out a stadium for 18,000, it even needs to be a massive grudge match or a world title fight.
Yeah.
Think about it, this is until recently, that was the standard for Anthony Joshua fights.
Yeah, true.
It's only because now we've got this whole Wembley thing.
Copper box then.
Yeah, it's only because now we've got the whole Wembley thing that's not in people's heads. And the problem is with that, we're already at a point now where people are, fuck it, I ain't going to Wembley.
I watched Dillian White at Wembley.
Eddie Hearn thought he could just say, right, April 13th, put it in your diaries, buy the tickets. And everyone's like, no.
Yeah, fuck off, dickhead.
I'm not doing it.
But it's true.
All of the shit that he spoke last year
He's
about
not
people needing to be ready and
Yeah.
signing contracts and being ready for that date, all bollocks. And they're finding out now that fans are not as stupid, especially those casual fans that they banked on so heavily,
Well,
just
prices, isn't it?
fucking throwing £400 like hand over fist or whatever it is to get a ticket to be anywhere near him as he walks past you. It's insane. That's gone. It has gone. And it's already back down into like plan B and C now, where it's like, well, we're not going to get the Wilder fight, we're not going to get the Fury fight. But you've all asked for him to fight Dillian White. I mean, I know we didn't want to watch it. After the White fight, did you see when he got up and he was like, who wants to see me fight Dylan? Everyone, there's like 4 or 5 people.
Get out of the way.
But then he's giving it all. So when I fight him, don't tell me that you didn't ask for it. And I was like, whoa. Like literally, nobody said that. It was your people behind you, and Dylan's people behind him.
Your management team,
It was Eddie doing that one, like from The Simpsons, where he runs up behind someone, taps him in the arm, and he's like, yeah, and runs up to someone else. Like, yeah, I want to see that fight.
Yeah.
I don't care, and I don't know how we got onto this again, but Pat Broner. Initial thoughts.
Couldn't give a fuck.
Pacquiao.
Yeah, you know Broner's got like 2 court cases where he has to be in court on the same day in 2 separate states. I think it's like about 10, 12 days before the fight.
Oh, it's fast this weekend, isn't it?
Oh no, yeah, maybe it was last week then. But he had 2, and he had one where he had to go and one where he had to send his lawyer because he couldn't go. I was reading about it last week, and both for like sexually aggravated like assaults or some shit like that, you know, where he's pushed himself up on people. You just think, mate, and I watched an interview with him on Fight Hub or something the other day. They're like, is this the best camp? He's like, yeah, this is the best camp I've ever had, I feel so good. And I'm just like, mate, you're nearly going to prison. There's no way this is a good camp for you.
Yeah.
There's no way.
You see all the pictures and videos of his like beer gut coming out, and he's like, I'm gonna lose this, no problem. It's like, come on now, man.
This is where you go, but why have you got it? Is the question. He's I fully expect him to get absolutely sparked out.
Yeah, I think Pacquiao's gonna win. Well,
this is going to be the one where, because what did Pacquiao say after the last fight, after the
Matisse fight?
Matisse fight? He's like, I forgot how much fun it was to knock people out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, all right.
Back on the peds.
I was just was the Universal Soldier here. Oh yeah, he's ready for it. But yeah, I can see him absolutely just, you know, like maybe mid rounds.
Yeah.
He'll just work his way through the gears.
That's it.
Broner's going to be in there trying to showboat. the same as he did with the Maidana fight,
Yeah.
and he's gonna get exposed.
Mm.
I personally,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt, I very much won't be surprised if this is Broner's last ever fight.
Possibly. He's in prison. I
If
think.
you're getting beaten up
Yeah.
by 40-year-old Manny Pacquiao,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that Pacquiao's not still a great fighter, but if you're saying that you're one of the best there is, and you're getting beaten by old Pacquiao now,
Yeah. I think it's fine.
give it up.
I think it's fine. Ends early, man. I reckon early 3 rounds. Pacquiao knock him out in the 3rd round, third, 4th round. Job done. That's my prediction for the weekend. I'm gonna enjoy the 3 rounds it lasts, but I think it's gonna go early.
But I just think I'm
Instant prediction.
so not interested.
Really? So
Pacquiao points.
I'm actually really interested in the fight. I really want to see
I'm
it.
more interested. I'd rather this sort of fight
I think it's too
than
late.
Dylan White against fucking Chisora.
Don't get me wrong.
Those sort of fights don't interest me at all. I didn't even watch that fight last one, the second one. I didn't even watch it.
4 or 5 years ago, I'd have been all over this, thinking, yeah, decent. After the Pacquiao's last couple of fights, not interested really. Broner, definitely not interested in him. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, I like.
And
Pacquiao.
the thing is that what interests me that they're both on the slide really, aren't they? In terms of their careers, right?
Yeah, 100%. And it's just a.
So you look at it, it's both in their prime, both on the slide. You know, they're both at the same point.
Yeah, true. But then, I'm just not that bothered about it. I don't think the boxing world are that bothered about it.
Now Dave said that, it's going to be an amazing fight.
Yeah.
You watch
Oh, yeah,
it, it's
yeah,
going to be an
absolute
amazing fight.
firestorm.
But only for 3 rounds.
Yeah. Well, 3 rounds of a great fight,
Absolute
rather than 12 rounds of
brutality.
just hit each other and they can't knock each other out.
Yeah. I reckon, like I said, I reckon mid rounds. I reckon 6 or 7. Pacquiao just swarms him. No, one's when he's just standing square on, just like that, and then that'll be it. The ref will jump in and stop it. But Broner's not the man that
He was a better
He made
at the
it
lower weights.
Yeah, listen, I think at
He
what
showed
was it,
it.
135 and 140, I think he was
He
a
showed
beast.
Yeah, he showed it.
But 147, and this is what I was saying previously about Crawford, there's some guys, they are amazing at the weights, but then sometimes you go one too far,
Yeah.
and then you get hit a bit and you're like, oh, wow,
I
actually.
can't take these points.
And I'm not saying that Khan's allowed to do that, but you get up to there and you think, shit, alright, mate.
Yeah.
Like when you see Crawford and he's looking at these boys like Thurman and Spence, and you just think, leave it out, bro. Like if Spence hits you, you're going to go back down to 130 by the time you wake up.
Boy.
Yeah.
Wow. That's going to happen this year, isn't it?
I
I can't wait. This year is going to be good, man. This year is going to be good.
I want to see Spence.
Another good fight.
Like I don't think we got our fair share of Spence, of how good he is.
We
Like
did
last year.
We did it last year.
It was
Well, I did because I watched his Brook fight over and over. Like,
Yeah.
so I got my money's worth out of that one.
Yeah. Cheers.
No problem. No problem. I just watch it while I eat chocolate brownies.
Oh dear.
Alright, so that's it. You're not bothered. We've had your prediction. Had mine. Sean? No. Alright.
Sorry.
Wouldn't know, mate. Wouldn't know.
Alright, so continuing with ITV's kind of resurgence, we hope. They are going to kick off a new season of their pay-per-view with the previously announced Eubank versus the Gale. So this has been, we spoke about this last year because it's been rumbling on for ages. I think it's one of those, really badly kept secrets where everybody knew.
Something down the line is coming.
Whatever, I think it was supposed to have been like the first week in December, and then they pushed it back because there was big fights pretty much every week. They knew it was going to be a pay-per-view one. But everybody knew for ages.
Yeah.
Like you knew that everyone knew the venue, everybody knew the opponents. And it was just the only thing was the date kept on getting pushed back. So if someone would say, "Oh yeah, they're fighting on December the 15th," and you'd be like, "Oh no, I heard December the 9th." You'd be like, "Oh yeah, but that's too close to this." So, and then it was supposed to be January, and then they pushed it back again. But it's coming around quickly. February will be here, and I am buzzing.
Yeah.
Like I think I said this at the beginning of last year that after the Groves one, this is the fight that I wanted him to have.
Yeah.
And Eubank hasn't really been active. It's no secret how much of a fan I am of him. He hasn't really been as active as you would like, but he has fought recently, which ended a bit strangely. But he's never a guy that's out of shape. So it would just I think the question with Eubank now, because I personally think he's not. I think he's just going to absolutely outwork De Gea. The only thing I worry about is that has he changed at all? Because he has now got a trainer on, who he says he's listening to, and the trainer has said he's listening to, and it's quite bizarre to hear.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that at all.
Time was as soon as we see him in a ring. After the first round,
as soon as
you
Daniel
see
gets in that corner, that's when.
Listen, I saw a few people saying that this week, but when was the last time you saw them doing an interview together, or saw them even together?
That don't mean shit, man.
But they are both they were both in America at the same time. They were doing the same sort of videos, like Miami and hang on, so is Daddy. So
I don't buy any of that sort of stuff. I reckon it's same old, and again, I do like him. He does bring entertainment.
Middleweight.
I just think the girls know boxing. Honestly, I do. I think his last few performances weren't the real De Gea, and I think he's going to turn up this time around.
See, I kind of agree with you, the last few performances, but I feel now that is De Gea. Yeah. Someone who's been boxing for 20 years, he's boxed with injury after injury after injury.
Naughty fights as well.
Yeah, and listen, even that Truax fight, the first one and the second one,
that was a beast.
They would have taken a lot out of it.
Yeah, of course.
A lot, man. I think about how long ago even that first Groves fight was. That was fucking ages ago. Yeah. What was that, like 2008 or something like that?
That's a long time ago, yeah.
Like I said, he's been a boxer for 20 odd years, man. It's been a long, long time. And we said it, and we know people that are close to him that have said the same thing, that he doesn't want it no more. Mm. And Eubank, listen, he ended it in that press conference when the girl says, "Oh, just call it a retirement fight, rude boy," and he just went, "See, James is talking about retirement. He's already lost his fight." And I was like,
"Done."
Come back to that.
He's talking about his retirement, though, really.
No, he says whoever loses this fight may as well retire. Why are you even saying that? Mm. Listen, this is the cash out fight for De Gea.
Yeah.
You can look at it another way though, man. You can look at other ways though, like the same way you can say he's like, I don't know, because Eubank in that press conference, all he done was react to what the girl said, and he didn't come out of like anything that.
But that's what he does.
But the thing is, he didn't come out of anything that convinced me he had changed his camp, he had changed his setup, everything. Like for me, it just seems to me. I thought to myself, look at him. I thought to myself, he's gonna come out exactly the same. He's not gonna change.
I can completely agree with that. I can see why you would think that. But I even think that Eubank just swarms De Gea.
No, I don't think he does.
I think if De Gea comes out,
if he comes out like he did against Groves, I'm sorry, man. Even De Gea, any sort of decent De Gea will beat him. If he comes out like Groves, just swinging and doing what he did against Groves. Like
it's basically, I think for me, it's what De Gea shows up.
Yeah.
If it's a decent De Gea, he wins. If it's a De Gea we've seen in the last couple of fights,
it's a close fight.
Listen, it's not even the last couple of fights. Even when De Gea had his belt,
he always sits back at some point in the fight.
Listen, and we've said it before.
Eubank is not going to stop.
If you do that against Eubank Jr., you will lose. You will get.
As soon as
you will get finished, and
he's going to put pressure on the whole way through. And
De Gea can't live with that anymore.
I don't think Eubank's got the power to finish him though.
No, but it's not. You don't even need power anymore. You just need a flurry of punches. And look what De Gea was doing in that Truax fight, where we thought, "Fuck me, he's going to get stopped in a minute," because he was just on the ropes doing nothing.
And I say, you
can't do that against Eubank.
I do not think that will come out again.
It can't. Otherwise, unless he's just thinking, all I have to do is be in this fight. because I've got the money out of it. Unless his head's in that sort of frame, yeah, I just think Eubank's going to outwork him.
That's exactly where I'm at.
I'm only going like, don't get me wrong. There was a stage where I was thinking De Gea is the best super middleweight. He's brilliant. You know, when he
It was
boxes,
after the
on his day,
when he fought.
smashes him.
Oh, what was the fight?
Darrell.
When he fought Darrell, and I was like, this is unreal.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
He was
Took punches,
absolutely brilliant.
Donked him, and I thought, fuck me. Yeah.
But that was his apex point. That was once he hit that, he was like, right, I've done it. I'm the first Olympian to win the world title and all that, or whatever it was, the first gold and then the world title, first British guy. He's done his pay-per-views. He's done the.
He come back as sort of a semi-hero.
He did. He came back. Do you remember?
He weren't
What
expecting.
was that one when he was sitting in the crowd?
And they showed him, and he was
everyone
like,
cheered him, and he's like,
"Oh,
fuck.
yeah, I'm gonna get
Yeah.
It was one of those moments, and I think since, like you said, since then, it's just been like that. The Badou Jack fight, that took a lot.
This is what I mean. It's these fights there. They're the ones that have shown that he's a top level fighter. But
on his day, he destroys Chirac.
But
I just had 2 fights and they're 2 hard.
That's it. But I just don't think he's got that day in him anymore.
No. He even thinks he's too good
Well,
for these guys.
This is the interesting thing about this fight, because can the girl roll back the years, do something, and can Chris Eubank do something different?
Can he change? Yeah, basically,
because
he's not the girl to change.
He's not fighting someone that just over the years, that just stands in front of you, sort of thing. You know, the girl's got a lot more than
he does if he wants to.
Yeah, this is it. This is my point. Like what the girl's gonna turn up.
That's it.
You know, that will determine how this fight goes.
100%.
Who wins this fight for me?
100%.
Because if he turns up and does any of that rope sitting shit, that's when you're gonna see. Like people question Eubank's power. Ask Ivani Yildirim, whatever his name is. What his power is.
What are they? No, I haven't done a catch weight. It's that super middleweight.
Yeah, it's that because.
So he's gonna be packing a few more pounds.
Listen, Eubank is a small super middleweight, right? There's no two ways about that. He gets to weight, but he is a small super mid. I can't think of it. It was when I was watching the build up to the Groves fight, and Groves went, "Look at me, he's tiny. Look at the size of his waist." And then I remember the way, and I was watching. I was like, "Fuck, they ain't joking, man. He's got like a 30-inch waist or something." And I was like,
"You can see that, but
there's not much to it." But if you stand in front of him and you let him tee off, which if the girl gets tired or even blows out a little bit, it's going to happen. And we saw even at the end of the Groves fight, after he'd been peppered, he'd been jabbed, he'd been hit hard. When that 12th round came around and he saw an opening, I said he had energy for days. And everyone says the same thing. Oh, the 2 times he stepped up, he got stopped. He lost. He lost to Billy O'Saunders and George Groves, both solid world champions. Everyone else, he's beaten.
Yeah.
And I know there's obviously a big gap between the sort of level of opponents between the top 2 and everyone else.
I was just want to say, you can, like, don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of him, but if you look at the fighters he has beaten, name me any of those who are even close to James DeGale. This is what you've got to look at. This is what I'm
Michael Sullivan.
This is what I'm looking at.
Not height. Not about height.
I'm just glad that this one hasn't been called and it's like 6 months away.
Yeah.
It was announced.
Yeah.
And it's like when they did it, it was like it's in 7 weeks, and you were like, "Fuck yes!"
But
They've both probably been on a 3 or 4 week course.
Isn't this like showing you like, okay, Al Heyman's touching down, he's gonna get shit done.
Yeah.
Oh, he's already in here. No fucking about.
Listen, Heyman's got that. Heyman, I reckon he's already got that plan lined up. He's got 2 battle plans, and it's like if the girl wins, this is your next 2 fights.
Yeah.
If Eubank wins, here's your next 10 fights because you're better. But
build my stable around you.
well, we said it before, but promoters, as much as they moan that they can't get on with him, everybody would take Eubank Jr. Like Matchroom would snap him up like that right now because they need fighters, and there's not many marquee names out there. Whether or not people like him or they dislike him, he is a name.
He sells tickets.
That
He
will,
puts bums
he
on
will,
seats.
that That's it. He puts bums on seats.
Yeah.
Whether it's pay per view and people putting the money into it. Okay, well,
Alright, that's cool. I totally agree with that.
but
I wanna put this to Dave here. He puts bums on seats, like, and he's a marquee name. What's the difference between him and Amir Khan? Why does he deserve it?
I'm not saying like that's what I'm saying.
Like, do you know what I mean? You could spin it that
I
way
mean,
as
but
well.
I'm not
Like,
saying-
why does he deserve it? Like,
I'm not saying.
David was spinning it the same way as that anyway, man. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not saying that you. Sorry, I'm not going on the fact that Eubank's massively great or anything.
Mm.
I'm just saying he's getting good fights because of the name, and he's exactly like Khan. You know, he wouldn't have got a world title fight after 14 fights if he wasn't for his dad. Simple as that. He's a name. He's gonna get big fights. He's got the girl. He got Groves. He got put in the tournament. You know.
But I'm just saying, I don't think you can argue, like, you can't argue about Khan not getting the fights and then say that the same thing. You can't. You have to say. It has to be the same for both, really.
Yeah, but I didn't say it wasn't. I didn't say anything about Eubank. I just said the way I think he's going to lose. If a certain girl turns up, he beats Eubank. If he doesn't, I can see why Eubank wins. Well, yeah, and that's it. The way he's gone about his career, it's the same as Khan. He stepped up, he's lost. Right, the wrong weight, super middleweight ain't his weight, but then he come across probably one of the top middleweights and he lost as well. And that was early in his career.
Yeah, it's the first time he's been on 12 rounds.
Yeah, so, but then...
Wet round the ears at that point.
Yeah, so, don't get me wrong, he's still young, he's still got plenty of fights ahead of him. And, yeah, okay.
But has he learned anything?
That's the thing.
This is the question.
Yeah.
Probably not. Not yet. And this is what I mean. They've publicly come out and said that this is the first time he's ever had an actual trainer. He did his really short time with Adam Booth, and obviously that didn't work out, like personalities wise. But this guy, he's trained. He's never trained any world champions. I can't even think of his name. I can try and drag it out later. But he worked with him a bit when he was in, I think he was in Vegas just before Christmas, and he said that they really connected, got on really well with him.
Could he be a yes man?
Oh, this is the thing. We'll find out.
Well, yeah, that's it.
But I suppose if you just having a yes man, he didn't need that anyway because he's already said I don't have a trainer. I don't have this. I do what I want to do. But he was sat in that press conference and he says, I realise, after the Gross fight at this level, you can't just go out and do what you want to do. You need someone to tell you what to do.
You need plans.
So I think that's what it will be. If it comes down to the fact, even a basic trainer, if he can just tell him a couple of things, you're going to see a completely different fighter.
Yeah.
But I'm not banking on that. I'm banking on Eubank Jr. coming out the same as he did against the Groves, in the Groves fight. But I feel we're going to see the same to Gale that came out
and it
in the second Truax fight.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's his level now. That was the Gale's big comeback. She's like, fuck it, this guy took my belt. I've got to redeem myself. And he came out and he still put in that performance.
He barely.
And he scraped it through again.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the level now.
Yeah.
And I'm not hating, like, I've always been a De Gale fan, more so than George Groves at the time and all that. And not to be all tribal about it, I'm a massive Eubank fan, so it's not even close for me, but I just personally feel the same as I did in the Groves one. This Eubank all day on this. And it'll be interesting, and it'll be so much fun this build up, because it'll be just like before with the bookies, it'll be Eubank will be the favourite. And then you have all the pundits will be split right down the middle. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Yeah. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for it. I'm glad. So hopefully it should be good.
I think we'll see how I feel as it gets closer to the time, but
you're gonna dive in the last minute.
Pull a few strings and be like, yeah, I need a ticket, guys.
Alright, mate, I've got press bars. No, it's alright.
Alright.
Listen, mate, press pass or not, mate, I'm gonna be there, man. It's gonna be good, mate. I'm going as a fan. I'm not.
No working.
I ain't doing no press shit, man.
I said it before, right? When I can't go to some fighters, I can't go to some fights with the fighters that I like and pretend I'm working. I can't. I said it when we went to Groves Eubank, and I didn't even pretend to be a gen. I may as well have had a fucking Eubank. I may as well have had a next gen tracksuit on for how excited I was. And I'd be the same again. I've got no problem. I said it with the David Hay fight. I can't even pretend to be impartial because I'm not even gonna try to be.
Yeah.
But that's fine. As long as you go, you lay your cards out. You say, I'm not gonna be here, observing this as a neutral. We were sat with the Fight Talk boys, and they were taking the absolute piss out of me. Yeah. Sam, fuck you, and Craig, the same goes to you. But Sam, I take it back. Don't beat me up. They were ripping the shit out of me. In fact, yeah, and you were there as well, though. So we were getting a bit of stick because I was just so pro Eubank. And listen, it's the same as anything. When you nail your cards to the wall, and then
fans miserably.
Yeah, you just got to what is it they say? Just take your medicine.
Have you decided your 2019 fighter?
What to support?
To support.
Yeah, Terence Crawford.
Fuck you. Fucking idiot. Pick someone else, mate.
Oh, please.
Yeah, Kell Brook's my tip for a big 2019. It's going to absolutely blast out Jeff Horn.
It's worse than 2018, so fuck it.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't get like his eye broken or stabbed in the leg, he'd probably have an okay year. But anyway, just before we sign off, because I know that questions came in about the Mayweather fight.
Was it a fix? Just so Sean can get his 2 P's in. Yes.
Oh, totally. It was a fix, wasn't
Are you going to read the actual question?
Yeah.
Just will be nice.
That was it.
Well, who's
was the Floyd Mayweather exhibition fixed?
Alright, so yeah, this came from North Bank Brand. Was the Mayweather fight fixed?
Yes.
Yeah. Mate, he was panicking as soon as they said, "Oh yeah, it's full contact, kicking, eye poking, and all sorts."
I think that's exactly what happened.
As soon as he turned around and went, "Whoa, nah. I'll agree, but it'll be this, and you're not allowed to kick because I've seen you knock out people with them feet. So
no, I mean
what we'll do is I'm gonna hit you, and you're gonna cry, and I'm gonna get a load of money."
Cry as well. That was one of those ones you watched it, and I was like, "Is this like?"
This geezer's got kicks to the head, yet Mayweather with a big fucking huge glove on, out of shape, Mayweather gives him a whack.
This had me sitting there thinking, is this one of them really funny sports stories? You know, like when that guy mugged off Southampton.
Yeah.
And he said, I'm George Weah's
cousin.
And then someone phoned up and says, "Yes, sir, I am George Weah." He's very good. And they subbed him on, and they subbed him off like 6 minutes later because like he's terrible. I feel like we've all been mugged off with this. This guy's not even a real kickboxer. I didn't even know if he's a real person. I'm not gonna lie to you. This was a joke. But I said to you guys before, right?
Yeah.
I was sitting down. It was the day after the fight. I sat down and I watched it with the 2 boys. And then the next day, the youngest one gets up. We're sitting there having our breakfast, and he goes, "I had a dream last night, a boxing dream," and I was like, "All right, yeah." Picked my attention there. Put the phone down. Talk to me. And he's like, "Yeah, it was the what's his name, Mayweather fight," and I was like, "All right, cool." And he goes, "Yeah, he was fighting what's his name, Takeshi Kashi," and I was like, "Something like that." Yeah, I couldn't pull the name out.
Yeah.
And then his mum came over and she went, "Do you know who Floyd Mayweather is?" And he went, "Yeah." And she went, "Who is he then?" And he goes, he's the guy that's he's not really a boxer, but he goes around the world just beating people up." And I was like,
nailed it.
I was like, I said, I was going to tweet it, and I was like, no one would believe that. It just sounded like, because he's 7, and he's like, yeah, he's not really a boxer, but he goes around and he just beats people up. And I was like,
there you have it.
I was like, yeah. For like the last 10 years, that's
a phony.
pretty much it. And I just thought, fuck it, I've got to share that because he's nailed it there. That's how I now describe Floyd Mayweather. He's not really a boxer.
Just beats people up.
But I might hit that.
Money.
As a 7-year-old, his only experience of Floyd Mayweather is watching him fight Conor McGregor, and then Takeshi Kashi apparently. Wasn't me who said it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm blaming the kid.
Yeah, he doesn't know his name.
Okay.
I know that his first name's Tension.
That'll do.
I'm not
Just
gonna.
stop there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Winning. I'm having that. But it absolutely cracked me up, and I'm so glad. I know Sean was always like, yeah, 51-0. It's not, 'cause it's an exhibition bout. It doesn't count. But blatantly, he was supposed to carry that fight for a bit more.
Yeah.
Did you see that bullshit jab he was throwing at the end? It wasn't even a jab. He just literally just like, ugh. Oh, I can't fucking believe I'm here. Oh, this is so annoyed.
Oh, I haven't eaten.
And then it was almost like I couldn't understand it. Like I was watching the first knockdown, and it seemed like Tension hit him and then fell over. Then you think, what's gone on here? But then something obviously triggered Mayweather, and then he just thought, you know what, fuck this.
This is shit.
Before you decide you're gonna roundhouse me, I'm gonna lay you out. But the dramatization of the falls and the crying at the end, it was just all so. It was like shit pantomime. It was like a pantomime. I was sitting there, it's Christmas. I'm like, oh, all right, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
This is
I'm
what
not
I do.
interested from the start, man.
So I'm so glad that I didn't even watch it like during the day when it was on.
No.
I think it was about 8 o'clock at night. I'd seen the result coming on my phone quickly, and I thought, oh, let's just sit down and watch it. Put it on. You know, you go to YouTube quickly to see when the fight's on.
Listen,
The highlights were half an hour, and I was like, the fight was 1 round. So you just skip all the way through.
I totally forgot about it until Sean messaged in the group.
51-0.
Yeah, and I thought, oh, fucking hell, I forgot about that. Went onto Twitter, oh, there you go, the whole fight's on Twitter. Lovely job.
It's bad.
You know, it's a problem when it can fit in an Instagram
It's
video.
exactly, it's like,
I'm not even that. When Mayweather's looking down at the fella, I'm thinking, yeah, I think there's a slight weight difference.
And it was when Pacquiao threw pure shade and he's like, my New Year's resolution is to only fight top contenders in my weight class or above. He's like, ooh. I wonder who that's a dig at. But listen, he's on it. Mayweather's just cashing it. Listen, no one can wrong him for what he's doing. If someone was going to pay me $9 million to go beat up someone who's way smaller and shitter than me,
Not that good.
I would do it. And I'm not going to be criticised for
Especially
it
if
either.
they can't do what they actually normally do.
That's it. I don't know if that was some kind of PR thing for the promo company or for boxing in Japan, or I've got no idea. But people got paid, and somebody like if he's really a boxer, that Tension guy, or even a kickboxer, like he's shown himself out. How can you cry in the ring? How can you be standing there with tears running down your face?
Yeah. Was he crying because of the money he made?
Yeah, he's like a retire now. Fair play.
Fuck it.
Any other business, boys, before we wrap up for the day?
No.
I don't think, well, I'm guessing we need all of our crew here.
Fucking man.
But yeah, I actually do want to know, do we even cover who our boxers we want to look out for this year?
I think you should go back and watch the live show that we did at the end of the year,
I can't remember, man.
where we went through this quite comprehensively.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not recapping this.
You didn't give one though, because you're the, what is it? You're the,
I'm a fucking jinx, don't worry about that.
the jinx, yeah.
But I definitely did put some names down. So yeah, today we've been kind of testing this. We've had a YouTube stream going. It's a private link, so we've had a few people watching it and messaging us in to see how this works. We will be doing this on, is it the 29th?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks from now, we will be doing a live Q&A as we go through the pod on our YouTube, and we'll be taking interaction via YouTube and our Twitter. And we're going to do that on the last show of every month going forward to see how that works. See if we can build up a bit of an interactive show where we can have people just shoot the shit with us, man. Like we take questions in every week, but obviously once we've answered it, that's the end of it. We can answer your question and then you can come out with a follow-up question. You can change it entirely.
Or you could just completely disagree.
That's it, and tell us you disagree. So
Change it further conversation.
this is what we want. Next week we have Mr. Ricky Evans in, Steve Goodwin fighter, who's on he's on the trail of a Southern Area title at the minute, so it'll be interesting to get him in. We need to get Jez in. I spoke to him today, but we need to get him in before February 16th when he has his Southern Area fight. So we've got lots coming up. Like we need to get busy now. BTR Introducing, there's a new interview going up today with our homeboy, Dennis.
Homeboy.
I say homeboy because he's from Norfolk. Dennis Wahome, who is Wahome. Yeah, is Wahome.
Our homeboy.
Oh, I didn't. Shit, I should have that
Missed
one.
it.
I did. I missed it. Yeah. So that'll be up alongside the pod today. Well done, Dave. You're on the ball today.
That's me done for the year then.
Yeah.
Done literally.
That's
First
it.
show. Bosh.
So yeah, we'll be back next week. We'll have Ricky in with us, and we will obviously shoot shit with him. We covered him before in the BTR Introducing, so it'll be good to see where we are since that point, how he's progressed. And one thing I want to ask him about, one of the things when we had Jack Hughes in recently, and I remember asking him how do you cope with illness before a fight?
Yeah.
And I thought it was a really good question because like I always wonder like, how do you not get a cold and shit? Like what happens if you do? And at that Goodwin show at Christmas, Ricky was ill as fuck. Like he couldn't even speak, but he just had a fight. I remember chatting on him, he was like, yeah, bro, no voice for it's fucked. I had flu for this week, and I was like, I mean, I was drunk, so I couldn't really converse too much, but I want to find out. So now you've gone through that. How much harder is it? I want to get some of those sort of things, and so so Ricky will be with us next week. We'll tweet it out. You can fire some questions in, and we'll throw them at the boxer again. We will do our live show the week after. I say live, our live streamed show next week, and maybe Sean will join us.
Hopefully. The ghost that is
Flaky.
So we'll sign off, and we will see you again in 7 days. As always, if you're listening on iTunes, please give us a review. If you're listening on SoundCloud, drop a like. If you're on Twitter, you've got it. Just retweet, share, ready. All that normal stuff that we always beg for. Ready. You know what I mean? Fuck it. It's the same shit. Everybody asks for it, but no one ever does it, so it's fine. Right, and we will see you again next week. Peace. Can somebody press the stop on the screen?
Been dying to listen to this. Someone told me about this earlier.
I feel personally that Pochettino.
Chris is a Spurs fan. He joins us now. Hi, Chris.
Just stick it out there.
I feel personally that Pochettino.